Hi everyone, thanks for coming back for another video. Today we have a special guest here. He's with Kind Home Loans. Darius, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself to everyone?
Hey Angie, how are you?
Good.
Good, good. Hey everyone, I am Darius. I am one of the owners over at Kind Home Loans. And what we do is we pretty much help people save money when it comes to purchasing a house. Or if you own a house, we help you refinance and lower your interest rate. And yeah, been doing it about 17 years. So coming up on my second decade, which is crazy to say, but it's been a fun ride. And yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for being with us, by the way. Really excited to have you here. Today I wanted to switch it up a little bit and kind of, introduce you to the world and let them know kind of like your background and how you became one of the owners at Kind Home Loans and your journey there, because it's always awesome to hear successful people like yourself get to that point in your career. So how long
Sure.
have you been into the industry now?
So I used to work summers with my aunt, who was a mortgage broker in Encino, from I'd say 14 years old to 18. So prior to being an actual licensed loan officer, I was helping her with files and pre-approval letters and running numbers on debt to income ratios. Put it this way, I was helping her with pre-approval letters to the point where literally I was typing them on typewriters before computers. So it's been a while, right? I definitely aged myself right there, but nonetheless, yeah, I started when I was 18, licensed as a loan officer, and I had a great mentor who was my relative, my aunt. She's extremely successful in the mortgage industry, and I saw that she was able to live a nice work-life balance. I mean, she was very busy at times, but she was also able to be her own boss and take vacations and go to her kids' basketball games or school events. And, I think that's important, right? So it started when I was 18 and she taught me the ropes. And, I went to school up north in the Bay Area. I went to Berkeley, studied economics up at Berkeley. And graduated after the crash. So after the crash, I kind of worked out well, well, at least for my studies, because I wrote my honors thesis on the crash of the market in 2008, what caused it, and how it was not just a domestic problem, but a global problem where a lot of the banks were selling, mortgages to international investors. And obviously if people weren't paying their mortgages,
Right.
they were at a big loss. So, lived in the Bay Area for several years and was working up there while I was going to school. So I was part-time loan officer, part-time student. And then after I graduated from Berkeley, I moved back down to LA and launched a company by the name of Loanverse with my aunt, which is still around, and it's a great company. And about 2.5 years back, we launched Kind Home Loans, which is like my baby, right? It's been an awesome journey. We've helped out thousands of people. We've got some of the best programs in California to help clients save a ton of money compared to if they go to a regular bank to buy a house, like a Chase or a Wells Fargo or Bank of America. So we help them with their down payment options, right? Get them extremely low down payment options. And, interest rates are outstanding right now, as little as 2.5% on some of my files, which is unheard of and amazing. So the market has some opportunity in it right now, even though we're in the midst of this COVID pandemic.
Yeah, that's awesome. Wow. Okay, so you mentioned you went to Berkeley. What did you study there?
So I was an econ major. I had an emphasis in consumer behavior. I took classes at Haas, which is their business school as well, which was great. Yeah, it was. I had some great professors. We had this one class with a professor named Neil Fligstein, and he was a big real estate guy, and he taught me a lot about the secondary mortgage market and what happened behind the scenes of the whole crisis, which was really, really eye-opening. Because at 18 to like 23, when I was really growing my career, I knew it surface level, which was great. I had the experience, I can get the loans done, but now I know it full spectrum, and that education definitely helped me understand this business full spectrum.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I think I saw you post recently something, you're going back to school, or was that like a degree or
I,
something? I'm not sure.
yeah, I'm doing a part-time program online with Harvard, and it's an entrepreneurship program that they have. I'm not going to be moving to Massachusetts. I'll be here in LA, but something that I can do, for the next several months online. I'm always trying to grow and learn how to get better and help the company get to the next level.
That's awesome. Yeah. So, speaking about your baby, Kind Home Loans, what made you really decide to go from a loan officer to really take it to the next level and create your own business, your own, Kind Home Loans? What made you decide to do that?
I think it's just, I used to play football, right? I played football growing up all the way to the collegiate level. And, after I stopped playing football, I was coaching, right? So I was coaching kids and, I coached some very talented kids. Some of them are playing, D1 college football right now. And, that's always been a passion of mine, right? And you got to have fun at work. So, being a loan officer was great. Initially, I started out and I had a little bit, a little team, a few people on my team. And then, eventually when I grew my company, I wanted to help young people who didn't have that mentor in their family get in the industry, right? Because if I didn't have my aunt, I don't think I would have ended up in the mortgage industry, to be honest with you. So I had the mentorship, right? I had that help. So, just like how I helped kids, learn the game of football and play the game of football, I really, really thoroughly enjoy helping, people who are looking to make a career change or get into the mortgage industry, teach them what I've learned and what's been passed down to me. And then also teach them the new things that I've learned and how I've adapted and, business is changing. And, right now, I've got a team myself, 15 people, and, they are absolutely just doing so great, and they're learning so much. And it's crazy just to think that we're only 2.5 years into this company and just some of the things that they've accomplished. I mean, it's a great feeling. And obviously when you invest in your team, they're helping grow your company as well,
Yeah.
right? This is our company. This is not just my company. It's their company as well. They're an independent contractor. I'm not their boss, right? They can work when they want. They can close as many deals as they like. Obviously, I'm there to motivate them and help them as much as I can. But, that's kind of, when I wanted to launch Kind, it wasn't just about me and my business and being selfish. I really wanted to help other people grow and grow a career.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, it's kind of like in the real estate industry, we're self-employed here. What we do and what we limit ourselves is really on our choice, and so I get that, and that's awesome. I think that's a really great thing, that most loan officers truthfully just don't want to do or have to take on that kind of responsibility. So I definitely think that's awesome that you're doing that and helping those people that need that sort of support.
Well, I mean, in the beginning, it was a lot to juggle, but the great thing about it, Angie, is that now that they've learned, we've been able to delegate. So when I'm busy, I have help now, right? And we're all making money, right? So if I'm really busy on some of my files, I'll have some of my junior loan officers help me on the files, and they'll get paid on it too. So it's really like you do really achieve more as a team than you do as an individual, right? Because if you're an individual loan officer doing 5 to 10 deals a month, especially if some of them are a few difficult loans in the pipeline, you'll get overwhelmed, right? But we've had months where we've done 30, 40, 50 transactions in a month with my team. So, it's been
Overwhelmed.
great to have that team.
Yeah, that's awesome. So like at what point in your career do you feel like you had the most rewarding moment?
So this happened. We got an award, right? And only being 2.5 years, launching Kind Home Loans 2.5 years ago, we won an award by UWM last year as one of the fastest growing mortgage brokers in the United States, not just in California, but in the entire country. So that just speaks volumes to the team that we have in place. We get the deals closed, we get them closed quickly. We have a very well-oiled machine, and just being 2.5 years in an industry that's extremely competitive, and being recognized not only on a local level but on a national level, that's probably one of the most amazing things, because this was just all an idea in my head, right? How can we help people save money when it comes to their mortgages? How can we help realtors grow their business with us, and help more clients, right? Rather than turning people away, how can we give them a roadmap and show them how they can eventually become a homeowner, right? Kind is really our mantra, be empathetic, be kind, help clients through, the easy and the difficult parts throughout the transaction, and, keep them positive and motivated. And, that has spoken volumes to our success, I think. And, winning that award was just really, really exciting.
Yeah, that's awesome. And congratulations, by the way. That's really interesting. And here, hey, you guys are the real deal and you guys earned it. So Good for you guys. But you know,
Amazing.
touch a little bit on, because I know we're talking a lot about the successes, and what people don't see behind the scenes is that, you know, there's struggles involved. There's things that you had to fight or push through to get to where you are now. What are one of those things for you that you struggled with, that, you know, you pushed past, and you know, you're here today and you're more successful than ever? At what point in your career do you feel like, I
Yeah.
struggled so much with this piece of my career that I conquered it, and now I am here where I am today? If
the
that
beginning the beginning, right? It really is a snowball effect in this business, right? When I started, I was 18, but I looked like I was 13, right? I looked like a baby when I was 18. And going into real estate offices and meeting realtors, they would look at me and they'd be like, whose son are you? They wouldn't even think I'm a mortgage broker. So trying to gain the trust of, you know, why would a realtor trust an 18-year-old kid? Yes, we respect, the fact that I'm knowledgeable and, I tell them my resume. But at 18, when I started, I looked like a kid and people treated me like a kid. So I really had to work hard to gain the trust of people. And there was many times where I wanted to give up. No one was giving me a shot. I was persistent. I knew all the programs. I knew I can close better than the majority of loan officers out there. I knew I had more programs. It was discouraging because I felt like I worked really hard to learn the business, and I wasn't getting a shot. And I always tell people, even the new people that join our company, learn all the products, learn the processes, right? Be hands-on with the deals that I'm letting you be hands-on. Learn everything. This is our craft, right? And always be available by phone, okay? And they do that. And after 2-3 months, if they don't have their first or second transaction, granted, this is a commission-based job. We get paid commissions typically by the banks. When we refer a client or do a client through the bank, it can be discouraging, especially if you're someone that's used to having that paycheck, right? That security. So, I happened to close a couple deals early in my career that were family and friends that trusted me, and that kind of held me over. I put some money into marketing, and as people saw me closing deals, some people gave me a shot. I asked them to refer me, and just building that trust. Getting your first couple of clients will begin to help you develop momentum, and you'll see what's working for you as far as marketing and what's not. And you just got to keep your head down and work hard, and it will come to you. Now I work with 300 agents in the Southern California area, and I'm able to assist them because I have a team now, right? I wouldn't be able to assist them by myself. It would be impossible.
Right on. Well, that's awesome. I mean, it just goes to show that, working hard, and even though, like, our prospecting, so to speak, is a little different, but it's still the same in a sense. You still have to get out there and you have to talk to realtors, which you put yourself in that position in order to have these 300 realtors that you now get business from.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's incredible. I definitely appreciate hard workers like you. So I give you that much.
I appreciate that. Yeah.
Yeah. I did have one last question for you before we wrap
Sure.
up. Is there any kind of advice that you would give entrepreneurs, business owners, or anyone that's like getting started on their the lending career?
Sure. Make sure that you're passionate about doing what you do. Listen, people might hear mortgage and might just think numbers, right? You sit down there, it's interest rates, numbers, making sure that you're getting conditions into the lender to get the loan approved. And it seems like a very tedious job. Yeah, that is a part of our job, right? But people forget to mention the part that I've had people cry on my shoulders, people in their 60s who've never owned a home before, purchase their first home and be like, I've done it. This is something that I've always dreamed of doing. People, it's an emotional process, right? Your home. I mean, you're literally buying a home. This is one of the biggest purchases of your life, especially when it's your own home. And also helping people who, I had one client who had lost a job, and luckily we did an alternative doc program, and we were able to pull some cash out of his house because he had a ton of equity to keep him afloat, and on top of his bills until he found another job. So, being able to have clients reach out to me and be like, hey, this is the situation. I need help. I don't want to sell my house. What can I do? Being able to help people, right? This is a feel good product. Selling a house, Angie, I'm sure, you've had clients that you've helped get into their house and they've been so happy. It's a feel good product, right? Especially when you're getting them a great deal and you're saving them money. So I would just tell people, integrity is number one. When you tell someone you're going to call them. When you tell someone that you're going to get them a certain interest rate, make sure that you know you can get them that interest rate. Be on top of your files. And
Being a
know that
spirit,
this
huh?
is a slow grind. Like gain your first couple of realtors, do a great job with them, then go on to your next couple of realtors and grow your book of business slowly. And eventually you'll see it becomes a snowball effect, right? It picks up very, very quickly.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I appreciate you being here with us and sharing, your backstory and introducing yourself to not only me, because this is the first time I'm hearing about your story, but, others that are probably going to be watching this, my clients, any potential clients that you might gain from this as well. I think it's good to hear background stories and how hard truly you have worked to be in the position you are. People always see, the results. They never really hear the journey. They never really hear the time and the effort that you took to be where you are. And that's what I kind of had the intention with this video. I wanted to share that with people. So again,
Yeah.
I really appreciate you being here and sharing with us too.
Yeah. And one last thing, it's been 17 years. Like I said, it feels like it's been like 5 years, if that, right? Time flies. So just stay motivated. There's no limit to what we can do in this business, right? There have been so many wealthy people who have generated their wealth from owning real estate, selling real estate, buying real estate, flipping real estate, building real estate. And there's so many different avenues of the real estate industry. It's just not buying and selling homes or financing homes. It's fixing and flipping. It's building, there's so many opportunities out there. You just got to find out what you really are passionate about. Get the license, figure out how to get that license. Most of these jobs, you don't need a college degree. You just got to take the courses online or in person, go pass your test. And then that's when the hard work comes in, and go out there and just work hard and go for it. And what I want to do is maybe this week or early next week, I want to flip the roles. I want to ask you, all these questions to you as well too, because I think that'd be great for people to hear your story as well.
I love that. Yeah, we can definitely set something up. But we'll go ahead and wrap this video up today, and we'll touch base about that. I'll text you. But
Sounds
thank
good.
you so much for tuning in. If you guys have any questions, or maybe even looking to getting into some kind of investment deal or buying a house, you want to refinance, this is your guy. Okay, his name is Darius. I'll have his linked in the description box below. So if you guys have any sort of comments or would like any sort of question answered, again, feel free to reach out to us. And thanks so much for tuning in, guys.